Hello.
How are you this evening? Everything going well?
Sir, no complaints.
Good. Well, we don't want to get out of practice, do we? So, a little complaining here and there is always a good thing. I think we have a jam-packed evening in store for us this Thursday. Um, I have a story for you. It's the story of Gaugamela. This is the decisive battle of Alexander's career as far as his conquest of Asia Minor. This will be sort of the last gasp of the Persians as far as being opposition to Alexander. And this follows directly on the heels of last week when we did the Battle of Issus, and we saw how that turned out historically for Darius. Darius not only lost his army, lost the battle, but he lost his mother, he lost his wife, and he lost a couple of his daughters that were all captured during the retreat or the rout away from the battlefield. So Alexander has all this familial influence, I guess, over Darius, holding them ransom or captured or whatever. But this story I like to call the story of the three letters, because really at the heart of this is the communication between Darius and how it evolves in his quote negotiations with Alexander. But about a year has passed since the Battle of Issus, and so we're now in late 331. During this time, a now on fire Alexander has decided not to pursue the fleeing Persians. As we remember, the Persians, as we discussed last week, were on the northern edge of the map. So they were in northern part of the coastline of what is known as the Levant, or northern Lebanon, Syria, that area. And that's where they had met, and when they drove them from the field, they sort of did this long kind of circuitous retreat around towards the Tigris and Euphrates rivers back to Babylon. And Alexander decided he was not going to he's not going to pursue, and he in fact turned his efforts and his sights towards the southern part of the coast, towards the remainder of the old Phoenician Empire. And one of his conquests at that time, or during this year, was the city-state of Tyre, which is a small island, kind of fortress right off the coast in the Mediterranean. So that in and of itself is no easy feat. So he managed to conquer that, and in his spare time, he decides to progress even farther south and take on one of the satraps, as we've learned their names, one of the Persian satraps that were in control of Egypt, the Egyptian Empire at that point. So. Again, just a smaller fiefdom of the larger Persian overlords, and he just walks in there, and essentially he takes Egypt as a whole. So I'm guessing at that point that's when he establishes, another Alexandria down there. We get his plans for a famous center of learning there, and a lighthouse, and a great library, and all of the things that will come out of Alexandria after that point. But that is all kind of around this point where he's just taken Egypt literally for a pittance. Well, while he was down there wrapping things up, he actually got a letter from Darius, and Darius, this is the first of three letters that I was talking about. And the first letter, as you'd expect, is pretty terse. Hey, you defeated me, but I don't accept defeat. I want you to give me back my family, and I want you to leave Asia Minor and take all your forces with you. And, of course, that is a terrible position to be negotiating from because, well, he lost. So Alexander just crumbles the letter and says, "No, thank you. I will continue on doing what I'm doing." So a little time passes, and another letter comes in, and this one, the first one was a little more contrary. The second one is a little more contrite, I guess you would say. And in this one, he realizes that perhaps you can catch more flies with honey, right, than vinegar. So he offers one of his daughters for marriage to Alexander if he will simply call off his march through Asia Minor and stay away. And he will even be generously giving him all the territory west of the Hyle River, or the Halys River, I guess is the proper pronunciation, the Halys River, which is, if you kind of picture Turkey, it sort of runs north-south about halfway across Turkey. So he says, if you leave now, you can have one of my daughters, and I'll give you everything west of this river, and it shall be in your empire. And to that, Alexander says, nay. Once again, he passes on that offer. And so that kind of puts the fear into Darius at this point. He starts preparing for what he expects to be another full confrontation with Alexander at some point. Alexander says, you should prepare for a fight. So he tries one last time. And this is the very generous letter from Darius. And in this one, he says, look, I spoke too soon. Obviously, I insulted you by offering you just so little of a ransom. So what I would like is you can have one of my daughters. You can have my best daughter, right? And I will give you all the territory west of the Euphrates River. How about that? And I'll give you 30,000 silver talents if you just release all of your prisoners, let all of my men go, and all of that will be yours. And so, Alexander, of course, got his friends together and says, well, what do you think of this letter? What should I do? And one of his generals that we see here, Parmenian, says, well, were I Alexander, I would take that offer. And I think historically we get a small glimpse at Alexander's wit. And of course he retorts with saying, were I Parmenian, I should take such an offer. A zinger, if you will, from 331 BC. But once again, he refuses. He says, oh, and the capper on that offer was they could be co-kings of the entire Archimedean Empire there between Babylon and Macedonia. They could be co-kings, rule together, if he just walks away. And Alexander says, there can be only one. So he literally said there can be only one king, and it's going to be me, so prepare for battle. And that's exactly what led to all of this. At this point, Alexander gets his forces, organizes them, and starts marching towards Babylon. Now, this is where one of the great blunders of military history comes from. Darius was expecting him to come very directly towards Babylon. And so he prepared this sort of scorched earth campaign where he was destroying all the villages and possible places for supply along that southern route between sort of the Mediterranean coast up to the Tigris River. And where Alexander fooled him was he realized that if I went the south route, it's more direct, but it's also through the desert, so he's not going to do that. He actually comes up towards sort of the northern headwaters. He crosses over the Euphrates towards the Tigris River, and he marches them all the way around, coming down. They cross over the Tigris River with a little bit of problem, but they get over, and they start marching towards the south. So they've got all of these mountains on their left-hand side to kind of protect that flank. And as they march south, Darius realizes that the scorched earth campaign is not going to work, so he prepares his units and meets them at this place called Gaugamela, which is a large, mostly flat plain. It's about 100 miles east of Mosul, if we're in northern Iraq. He feels like he can stage a battle here, and he brings his war chariots. In fact, what he also does is he has hundreds and hundreds of men go out and flatten the ground in order to make things better for the war chariots to roll around in. He's so confident that this is where the battle is going to take place. And sure enough, that's where they do meet, and that's where we see the battle lines that we've got here. The Persian line is much wider historically. He's got all of his strongest forces. He's got some elephants, and he's got his two heavy chariots, two sets of heavy chariots there. The numbers on the Persian side vary depending on the various historical records, anywhere from 50,000 to 120,000. So it's a pretty divergent number. So if you split the difference there, it's probably something like 60,000, 70,000. The Macedonians had about 50,000 between cavalry, infantry, and their phalanxes. And all of their heaviest forces were sort of on the center there, as we've seen from Alexander and the companions to the all those heavy hoplites there in the middle, and then Parmenio is sort of on the left side. And Alexander's big goal was he was going to attempt to approach, but he did so sort of diagonally. So he actually came, if we're looking at this here, he came sort of down and towards the Persian right flank. And at some point he was going to charge the center because he wanted to sort of he wrapped his forces around to like a 45-degree angle behind him to kind of sucker the Persians into trying the envelopment, and they took the bait. They actually kind of brought in the cavalry on the wings, and when that happened, it was a matter of timing between his forces and Parmenio, and they attempted to drive a wedge right up the center of the Persian line, and they were fairly successful. Parmenio at some point gets into a little trouble in the left flank from the cavalry there we see with Masius, and so at that point, Alexander's big decision is: do I go after Darius as he's fleeing and retreating, or do I go save Parmenio? And of course he chose to go save Parmenio's bacon, and Darius was able to escape with a small amount of his forces and live yet again. Still defeated, this is the moment, the decisive moment when Alexander becomes the supreme ruler of Asia Minor, and he will have eliminated the Persian forces completely from his conquest of working eastward. So that is the Battle of Gaugamela.
Very impressive.
Yes, he was. We still see the companions are still a factor here. But I think just from a gameplay standpoint tonight, we're going to have some fun, not only with the elephants. We haven't seen elephants in a long, long while. There's only 2 of them, so they'll probably go pretty quickly. But we also have heavy chariots, which have a little more flexibility and some punch. So there's a mixed bag of literally everything here, without any terrain, so we don't have to worry about that.
Because Darius Zambonied it all down.
That's right. Exactly. He's Zamboning it. Opening the war council for Gaugamela, I guess is the right pronunciation. Gaugamela. We've got the Macedonians will have 6 command cards, so I will be starting as the Macedonian army first, and you, Peter, will be playing the Persians. You'll have 4 command cards, and this is a 7-banner game tonight. And as we've seen from the previous 2 scenarios, when Alexander is attached to any unit, they get a +1 die in combat, and the companions, the medium cavalry there, they automatically ignore 1 sword in close combat, and they may ignore 1 flag at any time, so that can be from ranged combat as well. So this is for supreme dominance of Babylon. Alas, let me draw my cards up as we get underway.
I only get 4 cards, so 1. Shrink my card box down a little bit since I don't need all that extra space.
What to do here? So many choices. I think we'll do this. We'll start out, we'll bring our cavalry out with outflanked. And we will activate Parmenio and his side and the other wing. And 1, 2, 3. And the side. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's a good start, I think. The light calves do not have range, so nothing for them. Back to you.
Alright, well, history says Parmenio gets into some trouble, so let's get him into some trouble. We'll order 3 units on the right, so we'll activate these cavalry units. So the medium cavalry will charge into Parmenio's lines.
All right.
So this will be with leader bonus.
All right.
You're rolling 3 dice. I've given you enough time to play your first strike cards, so I'm rolling my dice. 2 retreats.
All right. So we can ignore one of those, and we shall ignore one, and the other one we will take, and that will take us back 3 hexes. All right. So Parmenio rebuffed immediately.
All right.
I think the light cav will. They will evade that onslaught from Mazius.
All right. So leader bonus, no effect. So 3 dice, looking for green circles. Ooh.
Yes. Somebody's in trouble, all right. 2 hits. And they fall back 2.
Jesus sends that cavalry packing. All right. First blood to Darius and his Persians. Where do you?
All right. We will do a coordinated attack, I think. More cavalry action. We will bring the mediums down here to harass your heavy chariot. Alexander will come out there, and Parmenio will come and harass your wing there as well. Alright, so we'll start here. Let's refresh. I did not look at the heavy chariot, so I will take a look at that now. Heavy chariot.
So heavy chariots move 2. They do 4 dice in close combat, and they get to ignore the first cross swords rolled against them.
Right.
However, when battling back, or when they play a first strike card, they're only going to roll 3 dice.
That's right.
So they get 4 dice because they're charging in on this nice flat open ground that Darius has made. But if you catch them in their flanks, are not quite as effective.
That's true.
They can evade foot and elephants. They advance in battle, and they retreat 2.
All right, so we are attempting to score some retreats here, cause them to flee into each other. All right, so 3 dice then, coming from that medium cav. Here goes. Wow!
Oh, okay. It's gotta be another one of those games, huh?
Apparently so.
Okay.
So the medium cav will advance, and then I think they will come to here, and then they will try their luck with the light bow cavalry.
Okay.
Alright, so 3 dice once again, looking for some good retreats, maybe. Nothing.
Alright, so don't play a lot of light bow cavalry, so let's look them up real quick.
Sure.
So they're going to roll 2 dice in close combat. No sword hits like any light. Their range is 3. 2 if they don't move, 1 if they did.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 dice coming back.
Okay.
And those are the wrong symbols.
Alright. So that is good for there, and then we'll come over here with Parmenio. He will attempt to assault your medium cavalry there with 3 dice plus leader bonus. Goes. And he gets all the wrong symbols too.
Alright, with Mazus looking on, the medium cavalry will retaliate and score 2 hits. Let's Parmenio.
Alright. Check that leader.
He's going to need someone to come bail him out.
Probably.
2 dice.
He's almost in trouble. Okay.
Almost.
Alright, so that is all for them. And back to you.
Order 2 units on the right flank. These 2. Alright. Now we'll resume our attack. Alright, medium cavalry going after your medium cavalry.
Alright, you may proceed.
3 dice. Oof. With your bonus.
Wow.
That,
Glad you got all those out of the way right there.
I rolled that. I rolled that those leader symbols far too soon.
All right, give me
One
one die
for
leader. He's fine.
and Arminio gets the blue diamond that the cavalry should have gotten.
So he's going to go there, then there, and join the heavies. And you may continue.
The cavalry is going to move and advance. But not battle again. Well, advance +1. But anyway, Jesus will go after that light cavalry.
Okay, I think we'll evade that one just to prevent you from getting a runaway.
3 dice, looking for those green circles. In this case, he's just going to hold his ground.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. We'll do 2 units on the left. And they will go there. And the Auxilia will throw a spear at Jesus. 1 die. And we get a hit.
Oh.
Okay, here's the leader check.
Oh.
2 dice. Oh, winged him. And then these guys will take a second shot with 2 dice at Jesus. Here goes. We've got 1 more hit. And here's the leader check for him again. He's fine. Okay, that is all for that.
We're 2 units in the center. Those 2. I'll do that then.
Okay, well, we'll double time it then.
Oh, here come the double times.
Yes.
I'm getting flashbacks like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Let's see. 4 or less foot units, so that will be all 4 of these. And we go 2, 1, 2, 2, 2. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. Alright, so Parmenio will start with Jesus. And what would he like to do?
He's going to evade.
Okay, so we'll target him. You evade. So we're going to get 5 dice. Looking for 1 blue triangle, please. Oh, no, no, no. It is not to be. Very nicely done. Okay. All right.
I could have stuck that out.
Yeah. Right, we
Your
will,
red light, green light roll there.
it's Christmas. Well. All right. So these heavies here will attack your heavy chariot.
Okay.
They may evade because I'm on foot.
If I say yes, they'll evade. You'll roll another whiff. But if I stick it out, you'll crush them. I'm gonna stick it out.
Okay. So we're gonna get 5 dice plus leader bonus. You do get to ignore 1 sword, right? Let's see. Heavy chariot will ignore 1 sword hit. Yes. Okay. All right. So here we go. 5 dice. You ignore the sword hit, but you take the 2 retreats.
Oh, and that is just as good as wiping them out.
Yeah.
Shame.
Okay. Craterus now will take on the war elephants. I do not believe they even get the option to
They do not.
They do not, right, okay. So, but they ignore all sword hits. All right. So here's 5 dice plus leader bonus. And that will take them out. And I think Criteris will exercise his opportunity to press it and go after these. There. Okay. So 5 dice looking for triangles only. Get 1. Okay, and that is all.
All right, the auxilia will attack first.
Okay. I think we will stick it out.
3 dice.
Nice. Okay.
Hit and a retreat.
So 1 hit, and they fall back 3.
That's going to do it. You are out of range of anything else. I've lost all my prestige units. So let's see if I can make any hay with what's left.
3 on the left. Go there, there, there. Okay. Parmenio will start targeting Mizus.
Evade again.
Okay, so 5 dice. Triangles only. Woo! Good evade.
Again. Well,
Yeah, that was a...
no, the retreat would have gotten.
Yeah, alright. And that is... that is all. Okay. Alright, so...
Mounted charge.
Here they come.
So we're going to order those 4 units. We're going to go all in. Now, if I'm out to charge, a heavy cavalry unit, which is normally restricted to 2 hexes, can move 3 hexes. So Darius will charge from his backlines.
We got ourselves a scrum.
Okay. So let's start over here, where that light cavalry will attack your medium cavalry.
Okay.
So that would normally be 2 dice. With the amount of charge, it's going to be 3. With Bessus there, they'll get a leader bonus. So here we go. 1 hit.
Alright, so 3 back. A hit and a retreat.
So can't go sideways during a retreat, so it's just going to be straight back. So 1, 2. Yeah, they're dead. If I'm interpreting that wrong, and you want to make a comment in the comments down below,
Right.
please do. It'd be too late for this fight, but we'll keep in mind.
But we will learn.
Battle.
That's right.
Medium cavalry under Bessus's command will attack your light
Okay, I think they will.
cavalry.
They will take the opportunity to evade there. There you go.
4 dice hit this time. And no green circles to speak of. Good evade. Okay, over here.
Got the 1-2 punch.
Let's hope so. Medium cavalry under King Darius's withering stare will charge into Craterus and his heavy infantry. You're rolling 4 dice for this with leader bonus. Two
Two
hits.
hits. All right.
No. Oh yeah, get 2 hits.
2 hits. All right. We're returning with 5 dice plus leader
And
bonus.
making that leader check.
Oh yes.
Making that
Let's do.
leader check.
Yes. Do it.
Okay.
Do it.
So you didn't forget this time.
Yeah. Good.
Ooh, close.
Close.
Very close.
I will now return with 5 dice and leader bonus. 2 hits.
All right. And Darius's heavy cavalry will attack the same unit. They normally get 4 dice, so this will be a total of 5 with leader bonus. Here we go. And leader bonus will do it.
Okay, nicely done. So hit, and give me a Craterus 1 die. Okay. All right. So he falls back. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
So I'm gonna advance, move 1, and battle again.
Okay. Nice.
Again, 5 dice with leader bonus. And that is 3 hits and a retreat.
All right. So we will ignore the retreat and take the 3 hits, and go ahead and do the leader check. Okay. And we'll turn with 5 dice plus leader. That is a wipeout. And here's 1 die for Darius. Does he escape? He does. Do leadership any section. Does. Okay. So the light bows will just take a pot shot down here. 1 die. Nothing. Okay. I did that wrong, but I moved them incorrectly. That's cool. I should put him in the middle. All right. We'll start with this and do 3 dice against Bessus. Here goes. A hit and a retreat. Which you may ignore. Okay. Here is the Bessus check. He's okay. Okay. Retreat. Move 1. And battle again. Alright. You may evade this one.
And we have some space.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Okay, so 3 dice, green circles only. Nothing. Good evade. Alright, that is, that's all for that.
Those 4. Okay. Now I'll attack with the medium cavalry first.
Okay. Can do nothing but take it.
3 dice.
Ooh, very nice. 2 retreats, they are eliminated. Good job. Right, so Bessus, come forth and be recognized.
Alright. Bessus is going to advance. He's not going to move an additional 1, but he will battle again and foolishly attack Alexander and the Greek companions. 3 dice. I'll roll my dice now.
Okay. 2 2 hits.
2 hits.
All right. Hit. Did you manage to score a hit on Alexander, he wonders.
I should roll 2 dice and find out.
Mm-hmm.
I did not.
All right, so we are going to get 4 dice. Let's see. You rolled a cross sword, so I believe the companions can ignore a cross sword. So let us check that.
You're correct.
Yes, so I
Yep, I rolled a leader and a cross sword. And
cover 1. Okay. All right, so here we go with 4 dice back, leader bonus. And we got 2 hits.
here we go.
All right. Let's just see what happens to poor Bessus. He lives. All right. That one was surprisingly intense for just being just this all-out, just all over the place. I mean, you could see, look how scattered everything of mine is. You had good order on battle. It sounds like you were either section starved or card starved. What?
Yeah, I just didn't have a good hand of cards. You know, that mounted charge was the only good card I had. You wound up killing 3 units. Yeah, it was effective for you. Not quite for me.
All right. Let's
Here.
take a couple minutes. We'll get a drink of water and we'll reset.
All right.
All right. Okay, so I'm ready for round number 2. Are you ready? Are you ready to have all of the advantages handed to you on the silver platter with Alexander and 6 cards?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Okay. Why don't you draw your cards first, and I'll see what I can do with 4 pittance cards.
Okay, here we go. Expand this card window a bit to hold my massive hand of cards.
And I will get my meager
I'm talking.
1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Well, that's terrible. I just should just give you the win right now. All right.
Not doubt. You got both your double times back again, didn't you?
Maybe.
Oh, I can hear it in your voice.
Yes. All right.
Okay. I'm going first with them as a Macedonian.
Yes, you are.
Okay. So I will do exactly what you did. Activate 2 units on the left.
I'm so glad I can provide you with the inspiration of opening moves for the Macedonians.
But I'm only going to move 2.
Oh, well, I went 3. Meh. All right.
Okay.
I will do what you did. We will.
Well, let's see if you get better results than I did.
So 1, 2, 3. All right. So light cav to light cav. No retreating. Oh, actually, you do get it. You always have a chance to evade if you wish.
I will stick it out.
Okay. So
since your swords won't count.
That's
so
right, but I do have a leader. Yeah, so
right.
2 dice plus leader. Ooh, boy.
Oh.
I've wasted my life.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? He's gonna flex his little teeny tiny muscles.
Oh, wait.
What?
Okay, no. All right, just checking. We don't often, like cavalry, never really win, so this whole advancing and moving and attacking.
They do have that capability.
We'll be up now.
it's meant for running
You're
down.
beyond the scope of your leader here, so you're just going to be getting
True,
triangle.
true.
You're really feeling that, huh?
It's
You're feeling it?
it's a means to an end.
Okay.
All right, so let's see what they can do against Parmenio. Here goes, 2 dice. Yep. There we go. We got a hit. And we will give a light or a check on Parmenio. Ooh, winged him.
Yeah, it's really close. It's really close. All right, 3 dice coming back with leader bonus. A hit and a retreat.
All right. So they will move 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. The medium calves will then follow up with 3 dice plus leader bonus, waiting for a first strike. Okay. There we go. Here we go. 3 dice. 3 hits.
Yes, so you executed that strategy far better than I did in our first game.
You mean the dice? The dice did. Here is 1 die for Parmenio. He is okay. And I will advance, move 1 hex, and then harass these light bowmen here with 3 dice. You may evade if you wish.
No.
Okay, here we go. 3 dice. Just a retreat. Okay. I believe that will be all for that. Here come the wedge. Here come the wedge.
Alright. Traitorous will attack your medium cavalry.
Okay, they shall evade.
4 dice. 5 dice. Blue triangles only. Fine evade.
I believe I will order light troops up to 4. Okay, that is all the movement. A variety of shots here. Light bow against Craterus with 1 die. That's a miss. This light bow, 1 die against your light bow. 1 die. That's a miss. Light cav, same target, 1 die. Miss. And light bow, same target, 1 die. Miss. Okay. That is all.
Taking yet another page from your playbook. Double time. Heavy infantry against light bowmen.
They shall evade.
5 dice. That was a mighty fine evade. Great terrace against the medium cavalry.
He too shall evade.
5 dice. 1 hit.
Okay.
And Parmenio against Mesus' cavalry.
Who will evade also.
5 dice. 2 hits.
All right. Give me a check.
Leader check.
That's good.
Close. There it goes. All right.
Do leadership any section. Okay. I believe we will do the heavy chariots first against your hoplites there.
Okay.
And I get 4 dice for the attack, and plus leader bonus. So here goes. A hit, 2 retreats.
The chariot can advance in battle.
I believe he will advance in battle again. Okay, so 4 dice once again. Pausing for first strike. Okay, 4 dice, no leader bonus. 2 hits and a retreat, which you can ignore.
I will ignore. And I will retaliate with 5 dice.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Well, you ignore 1 sword.
Right.
So, but leader bonus
Yep.
and 1 sword will take you out. All right.
Okay. And now the elephants against Craterus. Once again, reviewing. Let's see, it's the matching number.
So yep. So you're going to equal to the opposing unit.
Right.
And remember, any swords you roll, you get to reroll.
Reroll 1 time. Okay, so here we go. 5 dice. 1 hit and 1 retreat.
1 hit, you get to, yep, and then you get to reroll
Right.
1 dice to see if you get an additional hit.
Okay, so here's 1 additional die. It's another.
So that's 2 hits.
2 hits, right.
So that takes out the unit, so you don't have to roll anymore. Well done.
Here's Craterus' check. 1 die. He is okay. And they may advance in battle again.
Mm-hmm.
And they shall. Okay, so
Yeah, 5 dice.
5 dice once again. Nothing. Big ol' whiff.
Okay. 5 dice in retaliation.
That got him.
2 leaders.
Okay. That was, meh, not bad. 2 for 2? 1 for 2. Eh.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm ending my turn. Back to you.
So order some light troops around. Okay. So start over here. Light bow will attack that medium cavalry. 1 die. Ooh, so close. Over here, that light bow will fire 2 shots at that light cavalry and force a retreat.
And take 1 hit.
And then light cavalry will engage with light cavalry.
Okay, we'll stand.
2 dice. Nothing.
2 dice back. Ooh!
Okay.
Yeah, I think we'll do 2 on the left. First, the light bow cav will attack your light cav there.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
I'll stick it out.
Okay. 2 dice. Forcing a retreat. And then the light bow here will engage in an artillery duel with your light bow. 2 dice.
Before you do that,
Uh-huh. Oh, do I wish to advance? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because you get to advance and move 1, so you could go
Right.
after those bowmen if you want.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Yeah, we'll engage them there. 2 dice.
Okay, they'll stand.
Okay. So nothing.
2 dice back. And nothing.
Okay. And now the light bow will shoot your light bow.
Back to our regularly scheduled.
Artillery duel. 2 dice. There is a retreat. Okay. That is all.
Alright, those 4 units. Okay. Heavy infantry attacking your light bow cavalry.
Okay, I believe they will evade.
Okay. 5 dice. 1 hit.
Right. All right. Well, I do not like this Macedonian Parmenio left flank. So we're going to activate 3 on the right. And they will go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay. The light cav can throw a single javelin at your lights. So we'll do that. 1 die. Nothing. Alright. That is back to you.
I'll activate 2 units in the center. Those 2. Okay. Light infantry will attack the light cavalry.
Okay. They'll evade.
2 dice.
2 in the center. Okay. Battle time. Let's do medium versus medium first.
Okay.
We'll do 3 dice plus leader bonus. And get
Ooh.
1 you can ignore.
2. I can ignore.
Oh, that's true. That is true. Yep.
Because the brave companions ignore 1. And then with Alexander as a leader ignores 1. And I think I will ignore both and retaliate with 4 dice.
Whew! Ah, nice. Very nice.
Roll.
Yes. Okay. All right. So Darius then will bring forth his heavy cavalry against the companions. I will pause momentarily for a first strike card.
I don't have 1 to play.
Fantastic.
Or I choose not to play it.
That's true. 4 dice plus leader bonus. 2 hits.
I will ignore the sword, as the
Of
brave
course.
companions are wont to do.
Yes.
Take 1 hit.
All right, here is the leader check for Alexander. He's fine.
And then 4 dice in retaliation. A leader bonus.
Wow, okay.
So here are 2 dice for Darius.
All right.
Nothing.
Back to you.
Order 3 units in the center.
Okay.
Those 3. Alright, Alexander and the companions will attack Darius and his heavy cavalry. I will pause for you to play your first strike card that you tried to fool me into thinking you didn't have by asking me if I would play mine.
Clearly you know that I know that you know that I don't have one. So,
Okay.
there you go.
So, 4 dice. Leader bonus.
Oof. That will do that. Hit. Alright. Give me a check for Darius. He's fine.
So
now,
leader.
he's got to retreat.
Through the enemy.
Yes, so there you go.
So let's see.
2 dice on that one. And all you need is a leader symbol, if I recall that correctly.
Yes. So 2 dice from that infantry.
Ah! Darius falls. Okay. Good job. Alright, just took a turn.
That was lucky.
That was very nice.
Okay. Alexander and the companions will advance, move 1, and battle again.
Okay.
4 dice.
Alright.
Score 2 hits.
2 hits. We get 4 in return.
Oh dear. Brave companions. Or the Greek companions, I guess. Got too greedy.
Alright. So, now we have a die for the young Alexander. Shall he fall and suffer the same fate as Darius? He does not. This could go all the way.
And that light infantry unit will engage with that light cavalry unit.
Okay, I believe they will... they're going to evade.
Okay. I mean, they're going to hit on green circles regardless.
Yeah, you know what? That's true. That is true. So, we'll just, yeah, go ahead for it. Go for it.
Okay, 2 dice. Treat!
You tricked me!
I did not!
You bastard!
That was not the... Honestly, that was not my intent. But yes,
you utter bastard!
I'm sorry.
No, no, you don't. No, you don't.
I do. That generally was not my...
He tricked me into going this way.
Do no better. Okay, I think I'm...
Oh, it's on now. It's on like Donkey Kong.
Here it comes.
Oh boy, we're gonna activate. No, not that one. No.
That 2 on the right.
No.
Jesus and his cavalry. A coordinated attack. Oh yeah, gotta get the heavy chariot involved, don't you?
Right.
Or perhaps Bessus will come charging from the back line to wipe out my medium cavalry in a furious attack. I'll just be quiet. I'll stop trying to you.
No, apparently we need some kind of running dialogue or music or something. Alright, let's try that again. Order these. No, I keep picking the wrong ones. Excuse me. In our haste, this is the heat of battle. Mistakes are being made. Confusion reigns. Alright.
Light bowman. Come on.
Hey,
really?
Hey, shut up.
Light bowmen.
All right. Light bowmen have been known to score some hits, perhaps some retreats. Here we go. 2 hit.
You want to score 2 retreats is what you want. That's not the haste.
Ah,
Okay, that's a nothing. You
right.
scored
That's a
nothing
nothing
there.
burger. That's right. All right. So we'll do the medium infantry against your lights.
Totally evading that.
Totally evading. Okay, so 4 dice. Green circles only. Oh, great evade.
Actually, I probably would have been better off taking the retreat, but 1, 2.
All right. That's fine. This is fine.
Activate 4 on my left flank. Those 4. Take 1 pot shot. Boom!
What the hell is that? Come
Boom
on.
goes the dynamite.
Ah, that was
There you go. Not a glorious, epic victory.
assassins.
Just an arrow in the dark.
Give me a shot from Mazes. Okay, he's fine. Well, there you go. So
But you
yet
played
again,
quite well. Much better than I did, commanding the Persians. So
that was good. That was a really good, balance of man. Ah,
4
oh,
cards versus 6 cards. It's very crippling
it
sometimes.
is. It is.
Especially if you just get a hand of Drek.
But right. Yeah, but sometimes nothing's a pretty cool hand. So, well, what did we think of this? Other than the 6/4 is difficult.
6/4 is difficult. You look at it. Yeah, like when we opened up, we started the game tonight. I'm like, oh my god, look at all the forces the Persians have. But with all those forces, they're they're on the back end of the field. So they've got a little bit further to go to
Definitely on their
engage.
back heel, even.
Yeah, so all those green troops really, can't do anything. And because they are broken up by
I know.
cavalry units,
That drove me
Align
crazy.
command
That
card.
drove me absolutely crazy. I didn't know how to use that.
You saw what I did
Yeah.
with my 1 line command card. I had,
Yeah.
I split half the line.
Right.
So yeah, it's an interesting conundrum. It's a puzzle. I'm sure a better strategist than us could make those Persians work, but not me. Certainly not me.
I was happy at least to get the heavy chariot and Darius and the elephant at least able to
At least you inflict some casualties with those units, and I couldn't do that.
Right. So that was somewhat gratifying, but taking out the companions, that was also a nice. That's my alternate victory condition for this one. So hooray!
Hooray! I'm glad you won.
Yes. Well, it's not an arrow in the dark, but whatever. And
Well.
it's not the lights taking out Darius. Oh, who's that guy with the hat? Oh, get him! Get him, Cletus!
He don't belong here.
He got some horsehair coming out of his head. Get him!
He's got them fancy clothes on.
He ain't from around here.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes, only us could turn Macedonians into rednecks. Fantastic.
we are the Redneck Riviera.
Oh boy, this was this one is fun. Is it as epic? But this one definitely lends itself that air of sort of gravitas for it to be the decisive battle of Alexander. I mean, definitely lends itself to epic ancients. With that kind of scale. Seeing old Parmenio, you've got that one weak player on the left flank just playing Parmenio poorly, and you're like, damn it, Parmenio, I've got to save you again.
Yeah, poor Parmenio. He's always getting the short end.
Yes. But but this was a lot of fun tonight. Pretty well balanced, I think. You know. Uh, well, maybe not. I mean, the Macedonians won it both times um, by 12 to what? 12 to 5 or 6. Um, so yeah, so it may be a little skewed to the Macedonians, but I think all of these with Alexander and the companions are probably going to be so.
Well, we'll see next week because their exploits will continue as we follow more of Alexander's exploits in Asia Minor as he tries to conquer the known world.
Oh, Asia Minor's in the rearview mirror now. We're through Iraq now, so we're moving on to India. Here we go. No stopping them now.
So taking a glancing ahead, looks like we're going to get a new unit next week.
What is that?
Looks like we're going to get our first look at some war machines
Ooh.
in action.
All right. So I think they move or don't move a hex, and then they can shoot like 6 hexes, something like that, if I recall. So they're glass cannons, as you pointed out. Cool. Well, you are going to be doing our story time for next week, so I look forward to that as always. But thanks for a great game tonight.
Thank you for you know for
breaking your spirit on the first one.
yeah, really. So well, gotta make up banner ground there. You're doing a good job of it.
I'm trying. I'm clawing my way back, but yeah, you certainly made up for it in the second game. But
this was tight. I mean,
it was.
Taking out Darius, that's a bonus. Had I not done that, it probably would have come down to it was one banner or sudden death. So.
I was envisioning that it was going to be tied at 6 and then come down to something, but it was still quite exciting here at the end because with 4 cards I was trying to make something out of it, and yeah, just getting Alexander down there and frisky as he is, you did a great job with that. So. But as always, any of you guys watching this after the fact, we appreciate you joining us on this ride, and we'd love to hear your comments, feedback, all that good stuff. What we're doing well, what we're doing not so well, and we've some of the feedback from last week were for the episode that I posted, which was a couple weeks back now, but quite humorous. So I think we're getting some regulars that are posting some great observations. But we appreciate your subscriptions and likes and all that. And if you have anything to say, feel free to chime in. Well, on behalf of my partner here in the Morning Zoo crew, it's like 97 GTR all over again.
Yeah, Herman McBean.
Herman and McBean in the morning, all up and down the Treasure Coast. Anyway, well, you guys have a great one. Pete, you have a good weekend, and we will see you next week.
Have a good night.
All right, night.